have a brand new helicopter officer coming into Warpath. Yes, helicopter officer is finally here. I don't think we've had a dedicated helicopter officer since Valkyrie, so that has been a very long time. A lot of you have been asking for a new helicopter, so let's check it out. Haymaker is the name. It is a tank field attacking officer, and honestly, he is really, really good. Part of me thinks he's actually also going to be very good on a light tank, but let's quickly take a look at the different skills here. So the first one here is going to be deals skill damage to an enemy of coefficient 1800. If this officer is in a tank or helicopter troop, this skill also increases the damage intensity by 15%. So it's basically an upgraded Valkyrie so far. Valkyrie does the exact same thing, just less coefficient. Moving on to the next one, we have got a special skill. This is whenever this officer's tank or helicopter troop attacks an enemy ground force troop, its attack will break the target's defense for 4 seconds, reducing the target's damage resist by 25% and can be triggered every 2 seconds. So if you are attacking multiple units, but you also have multiple units yourself, you could use this officer on your helicopter to attack someone else and then attack another person and go back to it and just basically transition between the two purely on the basis of every 2 seconds. You're going to be reducing both of their units by 25% damage resist, which means your other unit is still going to be doing more damage to that unit as well. I think that's going to be a really cool little targeting sort of trick you could potentially use. But let's be honest, in the fog of war, in the mists of battle, it might not be something on your mind to keep remembering to do such a thing. But overall, even 25%, that's a really nice amount. Next, we got another special skill here. When this officer is in a tank or helicopter troop, it increases the troop's normal attack critical strike rate by 20%. This is why I think it's going to be a little bit good on a light tank as well. After the troop dodges an attack, its normal attack critical strike rate is further increased by 15% for 8 seconds, stacking up 5 times, which means you could get an extra 75% critical strike rate. That's a lot. Obviously, that does depend on if you dodge 5 bullets, and by the time you obviously have been shot at 5 times, or you know, technically dodged up to 5 times, I really do think that your unit would be a little bit weaker than normal. But if it hasn't already lost too much HP, then, you know, this is still going to be a very, very good skill. But this is where it gets interesting because it kind of links into the Awakened skill. So we'll come back to it in a second. The next one here is Officer Skill Boost by 12.5% and Skill Resilience by 12.5%. Again, a beautiful another... Wait, it actually says here increases the skill boost by 12.5. But then it's underneath it says damage intensity buff and damage resist buff. So maybe this is going to be either or. It could be officer skill boost and officer skill resilience, but it could also be damage intensity or damage resist. I've just noticed that for the first time. Moving on, we have got the final one, which is when this officer is in a tank or helicopter troop, it grants the troop 35% dodge chance for 12 seconds upon entering combat. So you're going to gain 35% extra dodge chance, meaning if you include that into this part here, where every time you dodge, you increase your critical strike rate. On a light tank, that could be very good if you manage to dodge a lot of bullets and then get your crit up very, very fast. With the amount of shots you're taking on a light tank, this could work really well. Now, the reason this is a helicopter main is because this last part on here, and it says dodge chance gradually decreases over time, which, you know, how much does it decrease by? It's going to be really almost impossible to test that, so we won't really know unless someone here knows exactly how to test a gradual decrease of something that is a dodge chance. Yeah, I don't know how that would work, but maybe someone knows how to test that. The second part here, it says if this officer is in a tank, hunter or helicopter troop, the dodge chance is increased by a further 15%, meaning you have up to 50% dodge chance if you are on a helicopter. I think a chance to dodge 50% of shots could really make the helicopter much better. Or not much better, but to the point where it's not losing. Because even right now, if you've got a helicopter and you've got an MB, they end up losing. The helicopter can win, but it depends on the officers and just how strong it is. But with this, I reckon it's going to blow it out the water. Of course, we will do a test video, so stay tuned in for that. But let me know, guys, what do you think of this new officer, Haymaker? Obviously, he is a Gen 5. I think overall, it's definitely what the helicopter needs, but he is also versatile for any tank. It will work on an MB, it will work on a light tank, but by far, the helicopter, even though it's only an extra 15%, the helicopter needs that update. So I think this could really boost the helicopter's ability for dodging. And who knows, maybe you could even use some of the skill training. I do believe it's locked behind the old officers, like here. Some of them have dodge chance, so dodge rate of 8%. Is it worth going from 50 to 58%? I don't know, maybe, potentially. But here's the thing, who would you pair it with? That's the main question on a helicopter. Would you still pair it with Valkyrie, or do you reckon you're going to have to upgrade and just go for another new gen, especially if you're a tank main where you have obviously multiple tanks? Like for myself, I've got an MB, a super heavy, a light tank, and a helicopter. I don't know if I have any more officers, because currently on my heli, it's the weakest unit out of them all, but it's just Valkyrie and Eagle, because I've already got other good officers on the other units. So we'll have to see who we're going to pair it with. Who would you pair this person with on your helicopter if you was to use it? Let me know that down below in the comments. As always, I appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. And let me know, guys, if you're going to be getting this officer. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that like button and think about subscribing to the channel. Please share this video out to your Alliance members and your server in the world chat. I appreciate you all, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.